Hey gang, so got a couple new things to talk about today. I'll get to the sliders in a second, but first I just wanted to kind of let you know that I've updated my background. I've updated the office a little bit. It was a bit cluttered the way it was before. It's probably still cluttered now for a lot of you, but it's cluttered with some purpose, with some thought. Now, the only reason I'm telling you this, because most of you are like, dude, we don't give a shit what your background looks like, just show us the sliders. And I get it. However, I've already recorded a few videos and put them kind of in the queue to release. So what you're going to see coming out over the next month is going to be a bunch of the new videos with the new background and some of the old videos with the old background. So again, who cares? I get it. But I kind of obsess over this stuff. It's all the little details I like constantly tweaking, mostly because I work in this office. This is where I spend my day all day, so I like to kind of refresh it. And I mean, let's be honest, I wanted to give you guys kind of a nicer background to look at while I'm shooting. So that's it. All right, Sean, enough of your garbage about your personal life. Get on to the fidgets. I get it. So today is a very special day. Fidget Boy has sponsored today's video with 3 amazing sliders. And I say amazing because honestly, up until now, I had zero interest in 3D printed sliders. I tried them, I didn't like them, they felt like junk. This is the first one I have tried. These are the first ones I've tried where I went, wow, okay, these are like grown-up sliders. These things are real. So we've got the Fidget Boy slider, the Dial-Up Boy slider, and the Coin Boy slider. So let's not waste any time. Let's get to the other camera view. I'm going to break these down. Today's kind of a triple. I'm going to show you all 3 at once, why they're awesome, why I like them, and why I changed my mind on these. Oh, looks like I was flashing signs there. I'm not. Seriously, I'm just holding these things. Okay, so let's get to the reviews. Let's go. Okay, so here we have the Coin Boy, Dial-Up Boy, and Fidget Boy. So let's look through all 3 of them. I'm going to start with the Fidget Boy. Now this is the Fidget Boy slider. There we go. Focus. Get in focus. So this thing is just kind of like your basic, sort of rectangular slider, and it performs exactly like that. You can do all sort of your same tricks that you would normally do with any slider, and I have to say the magnets are surprisingly strong. This thing is actually really good, and again, I'm not a believer in 3D printed sliders, at least up until now, but the Fidget Boy stuff really changed my mind on that, because not only is it a great slider, really strong magnets, but this is the first time I've really been able to appreciate the introduction of different colors, different sort of textures and stuff. I mean, that's what makes this really, really interesting. So, I mean, of course, having strong magnets, having strong feedback, that's awesome. That's what you want. But then the visual appeal to this is gorgeous. I mean, he really kind of knocked it out of the park with this. And seeing stuff like this from a developer, like a product developer, makes me really excited to see what's coming next. Like, if he's already been able to do this, I mean, imagine what his sliders are going to look like 6 months from now. So, again, this is... I actually brought all 3 sliders to the cottage with me, and I was using them all the time. So, upside down. Get it right, Sean. So there we go. So we've got the Fidget Boy slider. This thing is actually really, really awesome. And you know what? I'm going to take this out. I'm going to stick this up to the microphone so you can hear the snap. And it's got that nice kind of, I call it like the Rice Krispies, where the magnets are just loose enough to give it a bit of a rattle. So that part is really nice. Next, we're going to go with the, Coin Boy. Now, here's the thing with the Coin Boy. The Coin Boy is probably It might be like my least favorite of the three, only because it's pretty thick. I mean, this thing is honking big. Let's see if I have something else to compare it to. Hold on a second. Like here it is up to, get back here, up to the pig coin. I mean, it's almost it's almost twice the size. So it's beefy, right? It's a big one to hold on to. The other thing I find sometimes is the movement is a bit erratic, and I'm not always sure how to play with it, because it kind of, you know, it's hard to say. Again, though, it works great. Like it's not a knock against the fidget itself, because again, the magnets are strong. It sounds awesome, beautifully designed. Again, lots of great colors in it. It's fun. It's just one of those things where I'm not really sure how to use this all the time, so I kind of refer to these as chaos sliders, right? Because chaos or chaotic sliders, crazy sliders, whatever you want, but there's no rhyme or reason to using it. So I just find sometimes I do that, and it gets a bit hard for me to find a rhythm with it. But again, that's not a knock against the slider, because I do think it's great. Magnets are super strong in it. Like, these are that's me trying to pull it apart. I can't. If I turn it, then fine, or if I push it. But to just sit here and try to like pull it apart, it takes a lot of effort. So that's a coin boy. And now the dial-up boy. Now I will say, in the car, on the drive, it was about a 3-hour drive to the cottage, I played with this the most. I love this thing. I actually love this more than my Top D, because the spin is great, but you can do so much more with it. So just having this, right? This, let's see, how many clicks do we have? If we're right at the very top, which is hard to use at the very top. 4 clicks, but I don't think you could really comfortably do 4 clicks. 3 clicks is probably where, you know, you would sort of sit with it. But there's so much more you can actually do with this thing. So this, of course, has this great flippy spin kind of action here when you get to the top. You know, I use this like for a week, never dropping it. Of course, get it on camera, just blundering it all over the place. But you get the idea. The magnets are strong enough that you can just rotate it around and it stays. Like, so what I would do in the car is just this little spin here. Like, I would separate the top and just sort of let it fall. And even that was just such a great feeling. Or, here's one of my favorites. I'd sit here and just separate it a bit. Let's see if I can get close. And that was a really fun one. I don't know why. It's a simple little movement, but it's almost like this little tiny clicker. Get back in focus. So, of course, this is the AOL You've Got Mail. Now, the other thing I did sometimes is I would actually push down instead of up. Because this, so he's got some great printed patterns in here for grip, but I did find sometimes, especially in some of these little smaller details, it starts to get sore. It would kind of get sore on my skin a little bit, especially like kind of the edges are a little sharp. So I would either love to see these recessed a bit compared to the outer square edges, so that your thumb could kind of rest in here a little better. That would be my only thing. And because of that, as I was using it, sometimes instead of trying to push up, because again, after a while, like, it would just sort of start to pull against the skin, or I should say dig a little, I would actually hold on to it and take the back edge, put it into this finger, and then push down instead. And so that, I found the pushing down was just as easy and sometimes more satisfying than the pushing up. Now, there's this last trick I want to try to show you, and I'm hesitant to do it because things never work when you're recording on camera, but I'm going to give it a shot. This is by far my favorite move when I can get it right. So the magnet is so strong. Let's make sure I'm in focus here before I start doing that. But it's just this little pinwheel. Sure, let's call it the pinwheel. No, though not that a lot of you are even old enough to know what a pinwheel is, but it's something we played with as kids. But let's say the windmill. How about that? We all know what a windmill is, right? Hopefully. Propeller even. You could call it propeller. But that's pretty cool. Now imagine if you had something that was just a little bit longer on the handle so you could get a better grip, and then you could just kind of spin it like that all day. I was doing that a lot. So again, and it's all got that awesome Rice Krispies kind of rattly sound to it. And again, this is a bit of a masher. Like you can just kind of mash it up. You know, although don't always try that because obviously it doesn't always work. But, you know, you can just see like the magnet strength of this is awesome. So all these rotation rotation, I guess, points of rotation. Let's go with points. So this is actually awesome. So these are all, like, I have been completely converted. And again, like, the fact that this was sponsored, you know, a lot of times in sponsored videos, I don't necessarily worry about giving my opinion because somebody's given this to me. So I'm more just sort of describing it for you, right? Like, I'm going through it to say, here's what it is, here's what you might like, here's what you might not like about it. But in this case, there's nothing I don't really like about it, other than, like I said, the Coin Boy is cool. It's just a bit big. It's a bit too big for me, and it's a bit unwieldy to use. But again, other people might love that. So there you go. Make up your own mind. But these are awesome. I am completely converted now. I've actually made room for these two in my case. So I've actually created openings for these to now sit beside my Magnus sliders, my everything. So these are good enough to go into my case. This one, like I said, a bit big, plus it would actually take up a lot of space in the case. But this will be more of a desk fidget. I'm going to keep this out. Okay, so that's it. I'll put the links up, obviously, on where to get this from his shop. He's got an Etsy store. So the link should be here right now. I'm also going to put the link in the description so you can just kind of click and go get yourselves one. Okay, so thanks for watching, gang, and have fun fidgeting.